Go ahead.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back.
Hi.
Today we have a new friend.
He's sad because Sherry's not here.
Yeah, Sherry's on vacation
Yeah, so she's having lots of fun.
in the sun.
Florida sunshine.
This one doesn't talk a lot, though,
Or make faces at us.
or make faces.
So,
Yeah. So it's just T and I.
yeah. So, welcome back, guys. Thanks again for tuning in for part 2 of our menopause discussion.
Yeah.
So,
One of the things that I don't know if you've come across it is breaking out. I never broke out when I was a kid. None of it. But I noticed as I was going through the changes, apparently the skin is changing too. Not only because we're getting older,
Right.
but I'm breaking out. And I don't know why.
yeah.
So if anybody has any ideas or suggestions or recommendations, please drop us a note there. Give
You
me
should
some-
call the local esthetician.
You think so?
I think so. I think she'd be able to help you.
Okay, I can do
That's
that.
my daughter.
Kylie.
Happy by Kai.
Pew, pew, pew. That's all I think of when I think of her name.
Happy.
Yippee-yi-ki-ki.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're
Sorry,
not.
I went off track there.
Right off the bat, too. We're not. It's only 6:01. We were in 1 minute.
Okay.
So,
Anyways.
but no, I've never had any breakouts. I as a teenager, pre-pubescent, whatever the correct wording is, I didn't have any issues with breakouts. Never had acne. I rarely had any pimples or zits.
Me neither.
Like it was rare. Like I had it on prom night because of course it's prom and you got
it's an event.
graduation.
Okay.
And the day I got married, I had one big fat one right in the middle of the bottom of my
Did you
chin.
really?
I did, and that's it. I've never had
Stress.
it's stress. Yeah.
Stress. Maybe mine's stress, but I'm not stressed.
Cortisol.
Cortisol.
Cortisol is a stressor
Yes.
without you being stressed, so maybe that's part of it.
Could be.
Yeah, the damn cortisol. I'm trying everything I can to lower mine because I finally got the blood work done. I've been asking my primary doctor for a few years to give me the hormone panel test, and she was like, "Nope, you're fine. Nope, your other ones." I've had a lot of blood work done in the last probably year, and she said, "Oh no, we just ran labs for this and that, and you're fine. You're healthy. You're off the charts, perfect." And I'm like,
this is your primary.
"This is my primary."
Now, what did you do when you went? You just said, "Can I have my
I'm like,
hormones checked?"
I said, I need it. Yeah, I said, I'm obviously in menopause. I've got all these issues. Could you do a panel? And she's like, no, you don't need it. You're too young. No, you don't need it. No, you don't need it. And then it finally, like, I think it was this past February, I'm like, I need you to do it. I need it done. And she's like, okay. And everything came back perfectly fine, exactly where it needed to be and whatever their readings were, with exception of, obviously, no estrogen.
Right.
No testosterone, and no progesterone.
Right.
But she said my cortisol was through the roof, but I wasn't stressed.
And that's what I say to my daughter because she's like, "It's you're stressed." I'm like, "I'm not stressed."
Right.
And now we're going back and forth. I'm like, "Now you're making me stressed."
Right. I mean, I've got yoga equipment upstairs. I do that. I try to do it like twice a week at least. There's a few times where I don't get to it, but I do it. I got the breathing exercises. I got the breathing thing on my watch. So, I don't have any stressors, other than, bickering here and there with my, family because that's life. But it's nothing that should be raising my cortisol like that.
Right. And what's funny is there's things that you just are so used to, that your mind and body is used to that you just don't think that it's raising it.
Right.
You might not think it is, but it technically is.
Okay, see?
And that's the way my daughter explained it to me.
Did she give examples?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, because I'm like, there's no issues. I'm in a good mood. I'm happy. So how could I be stressing if I'm not
sleeping well?
No.
No?
We talked about that before.
Yeah.
That's one of my downfalls is going to sleep at like 3 a.m.
Okay, I was just checking to see if you were sleeping better and your cortisol was still...
No.
No, okay.
No, I still can't sleep. So, anyways.
Yeah, so if we can figure out, if you guys have any suggestions on how to naturally lower the cortisol, I mean, like I said, I do yoga. I've got the breathing stuff. I don't know what else to do to bring it down. I've tried, other than, prescription or whatever.
Right.
I don't even know is there a prescription for cortisol?
Not that I don't
I
even
don't think
know.
I've ever heard of
I
one.
mean, like I'm surprised that you said that your primary did the work, because I've talked to my primary about the levels, and he's like, oh, you're gonna have to have your OB do it. And when I go to the OB, they're like, no, we can't test your estrogen levels and whatever it is because they change.
Hmm.
I'm like, really? You can't test anything to see what's off or off level, And she's like, no, we can't. It's a waste.
Huh.
Really? Okay. Well, thank you. I will be coming back.
Wow. and our medical in the area,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not happy. I haven't been happy
Mm-mm.
for a few years. In fact, I had an OB, and I go to. Can we say the name of the? Yeah, I
Why
can.
not?
So I go to Slocum. Slocum's a big medical building. It's got every kind of medical doctor office in there, and I've got a few there. My OB is there, has been there since right after I had Kylie. Probably, actually, let me think. So my hysterectomy was in 2008. 2 years, 3 years before that, I had Dr. Jenks. He retired. That's how I got Dr. Square. That's how I got my hysterectomy because Dr. Jenks absolutely would not give me one. And I had severe endometriosis. For those who didn't see the previous part one of this, the reason I had my hysterectomy is because I had severe endometriosis, lots of pain. I lost both my right and left tube prior to having my daughter. So the only way for me to get pregnant was in vitro.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I'd go in for my annual or whatever with Dr. Jenks, I'd ask him, please, can you just take it all out? I don't need it. It's not doing what it should. It's endometrialized all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Take it out. He's like, no, you're too young. Because I was 36 when I
hate
when
when
I
they tell
finally
you.
got my hysterectomy. I was 36. You're too young. What if you want more kids?
It's not
You
for them to tell
have
us.
my chart right in
Yeah.
front of you. You see, I have no right fallopian tube. You
Yeah.
see, I have no left. They shattered. I had 2 ruptured ectopics.
Yeah.
They don't exist. The only way I'm going to have any more babies is IVF.
Right.
And that's expensive.
But it's not up to them to tell us whether or not.
Right.
That's what I don't like.
It shouldn't be.
Because I went through the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I had endometriosis and I had everything removed, and no. But the question was there. Well, what if you want more?
Right.
I don't.
Right. I mean, if I was able to, absolutely. So when Steve and I my husband and I first started dating, we started getting serious, talking marriage, kids. We wanted like 4 or 5 kids.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an only child.
Yep.
Kylie unfortunately was an only child, but it wasn't by choice.
Right.
We tried IVF before her. She was the second IVF. We tried one a month after she turned 1,
Mm-hmm.
and then that was it. We couldn't do any more. I mean, I had lots of eggs left over, but they just weren't attaching.
Yeah.
And
But did they mention that because of endometriosis
that they wouldn't attach?
that also causes issues with trying to get pregnant?
No, I didn't know that until I went to Dr. Kiltz in Syracuse. IVF Central Fertility Clinic. He is phenomenal. His whole entire staff is absolutely.
Good.
They are kind.
You need that.
They are respectful. They are considerate.
As very well they should be. This is a situation that's very delicate.
And that's coming back to where I said I've not been happy with my doctors in the past few years. Coming around to, I was trying to make that as my point, being Dr. Overturn, specifically for my OBs in this specific office since 2000, since Dr. Sclair retired probably in 2017 maybe. Turnover. There was like a period of like 3 or 4 OBs that were there, and I got the notice, oh, this one's gone, this is your new one, this one's gone. And I hadn't even been there for an annual appointment yet. And there'd already been 3 new doctors that I didn't even know that were assigned to me. But one, doing the monthly whatever, because I still have the right ovary, so they still have to go check. Put my feet in the stirrups, and I'm just looking at the picture on the ceiling, asking questions. I'm answering the questions, and then I feel a pinch, and they actually took that long
Yeah.
that clampy thing that takes the chunk out of the cervix.
Yeah.
I don't have a cervix.
There's nothing to clip.
They clipped something because I bled for 2 hours after, and it hurt like a bitch. But what did you take a chunk of? That's supposed to take a chunk of my cervix for a pap smear. I don't have a cervix, and then oops, autopilot.
Yeah.
What?
What do you mean autopilot?
What? Autopilot? What? So
That's the other thing I wonder too. You know, when in my situation with everything being removed,
colposcopy is what it's called.
colposcopy.
Colposcopy. I'll put a picture of the clampy thing.
Yeah, with everything being removed, nothing is in there. What is the purpose? Why should I still be going for an annual? You know.
So you still have to go every year though?
I was told I was, but I don't like this lady.
Oh, okay.
That I have now, because all the doctors that I had that had my kids were they've since retired. So now there's this new woman, and I am not happy with her because she's the one who she's like, oh, we don't need to do tests for your hormone levels or anything like that.
Coming from a woman too,
That's what I was
odd.
I was so
That's
confused.
Odd.
I'm like, oh great, she's gonna know what I'm saying.
Right.
She's gonna relate, and to tell me you're in menopause, you can't gain weight.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, you're a woman.
Right.
Obviously, you haven't gone through it yet.
Right.
No. That's just a downfall sometimes when you got somebody you think you can relate to, but you can't.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can look around to see.
That's if anybody's taking new patients too, which is hard in our
But
area.
again, it's like, do you need to really go for an annual if you don't have anything left
right?
in there?
So I would say no, because what are they
looking at?
Right.
What are they doing?
Right.
What are you doing down
right,
there?
exactly, because you don't even have your ovaries. So
No.
right. So did you ask them?
No.
Oh,
I just canceled it.
okay.
Didn't go.
Yeah, see, I have to go because I still have the one
Right.
one ovary, so they still have to check that and everything and make sure that's healthy and
what do
whatever.
you do? Do you go? Do you get your annuals? Yes. Good job.
Good job. Thanks, fake Sherry.
Oh dear.
We love you. We love you, Sherry. We miss you. We had to put somebody in your chair because you weren't here.
It's doing good.
Okay.
But the other thing I think also is, yes, it definitely takes a toll on your body. Not something that you're expecting. I mean, especially if you go to, in this situation, I had everything removed, and we talked about it before, where it puts you to instant menopause. It really takes a toll on your body.
So maybe that's why I didn't go into instant, because I still
have
had
an
my
ovary.
ovary that was still producing estrogen. Okay.
Yes. And one thing I noticed that I do, and I really wish I could stop, and I really try to, is you have a tendency of snapping. I snap a lot easier. Like I'll just snap back at like my husband or
see.
I'm
just now getting into the emotional bits. Crying.
I didn't do crying.
I cry. So I used to not cry.
Mm-hmm.
Like I used to just not cry unless someone was being like hurtful, saying hurtful things to me. Then I'll obviously cry. Songs. Now, there's always been a few songs.
I do notice that with songs or a movie, or not even a movie, something that might be showing that's kind of sad. It's like, oh my God, like what am I God? Girl?
So mine has always been like songs. So there's always. So Kylie, my daughter, will back me up on this. When she was younger, there were certain songs that as soon as they come on, I would change, and she'd always say, "Mom, why'd you do that? I like that song." I'm like, "Well, I can't hear it." So we went in the mall. I want to say she was maybe 16, maybe 17-ish. I don't know. And we were shopping, and that song came on.
And you can't turn that off.
And I can't. So I had to leave it because I am like sobbing. But this one particular song has made me cry like this since I was very little.
Okay.
But I'm like ugly crying, and it's only the song. I'm like sobbing. I'm like, the cry. It's horrible. And then there's other songs that as soon as I hear it's whatever part of the song, it doesn't matter. The beginning, the middle, I can flip channels. I'm instantly like pissed off, like I am angry. But that's kind of been my thing, so that hasn't changed. but the movies and the TV shows now, I'm
It's more
wiping
emotional.
tears. I'm crying. I'm like, why am I crying?
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, it's not really
it's
that
not
bad.
that bad.
No.
It's just a little bit sad, or
But you just start.
and yeah,
And I never did.
full on tears. Me neither.
No, I never did. But I noticed though, like if my kids or my husband, they'll ask me something, or it's like an automatic, a snap right back at him. My husband's like, why do you got to do that? And that's one of the things husbands don't understand. You are not doing it intentionally.
Right.
You're not doing this on purpose.
Right.
It's just something that is going through for a woman.
Yeah.
That comes out.
I've told Steve countless times, you know, he'll ask me a question of why I'm doing something. Why are you so forgetful? Why can't you remember? Why this? Why this? I'm like, Google it.
Yeah.
Look and see what's physically going on inside of my body and my brain because of this natural.
If you can figure it out, let me know.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm not doing it on purpose. You know, well, you had a whatever. And I'm like, I didn't know. I didn't do it, you know?
Yeah.
No, so
there's things
they just don't get it because they don't go through it. I mean, they have their things, men have their whatevers.
They have certain changes, but not to the effect I think that a woman has when she is going through menopause.
Exactly.
You know?
I mean, they don't have the night sweats. They don't have the brain fog. They don't have the hot flashes.
No, you don't go kicking the blanket on, kicking it off, putting it on, kicking it off. Mm-hmm. Hot flashes, where you can't get to sleep. Right.
And you can't cool off. So I have Raynaud's syndrome. That's where cold. I can't touch, like, I can't hold a can of pop straight from the fridge. I need a koozie or something because it'll turn my fingers white. Wintertime, my toes turn blue, and if it's too cold, they'll have no blood in them, and they're whiter than our friend's face hair, and there's no feeling in them. With the hot flashes that I have now,
do you see that happening?
I actually no. My fingers, they'll start to go numb. What they do now is way back in my 20s when I first started showing symptoms of it, before they actually turned white and went numb, they would hurt. Oh. They would hurt and they would get like tight, kind of like they're arthritic. Yeah. And it would just hurt to move them, and they'd be very stiff and very slow moving. That's what I'm finding is happening now. So when I was getting before I started taking the transdermal patch, to have a hot flash in wintertime, or to be outside setting up like a Halloween stuff. We do a real big Halloween display. Yes. And that's an all day, sometimes 2-day project. And we do it like the last week of September, sometimes depending on what we're doing, the first week of October. And here in central New York, it's usually pretty cold. Yeah. At least for me with Raynaud's. So I'm usually out there with gloves and 2 pairs of socks trying to help him hook up all the wires and plugs and everything. And sometimes I can only be out there for like an hour and a half. I'm like, I got to go in and my hands hurt. Yep. You know, they're numb or something. But now, prior to wearing the patch and having a hot flash and being outside, they don't go numb as often or as severe. So they would go like all the way numb, almost to my palm. Weird. Yep.
That had to feel really weird.
They're like dead fingers. Is the only way to explain it, because I can do it. Usually.
Is that how you feel? Yeah. Do you have dead fingers?
They feel like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're white.
They're white. I'm sorry, Raynaud sucks. But not so often anymore. Now it's like they just hurt.
Do you think it's because of you being on the patch?
I think so.
Really?
I do. Yep. I'm
gonna have to see if I can.
I'm gonna have to wait and see until we get into like November, December, January now, and if I have I only threw 1 hot flash. Now this is my 8th week. We're in the patch. I had probably 1 or 2 the first couple of days, my very first week of wearing the patch. By the second week, I had 2, maybe 3. The rest of the weeks, none. I threw 1 hot flash yesterday, and I woke up having one, and that's because my patch came off. I woke up and it's like, oh, it's not on my hip. Where is it? Oh, it was stuck to the sheet.
It was stuck on Steve. Steve wasn't having any hot flashes.
It was stuck on the sheet. So I'm like, oh, crap. So I had to like clean it off and then stick it back on. Okay. But that's probably why I threw the hot flash in the middle of the night. Because
with being on it for 2 months now, Are you seeing bigger changes than, I mean, how you feel or, physically, your bones? I mean, because with going through menopause too, the other thing we talked about was
Right.
the how some you have aches.
See, so I've never had,
You didn't have
I
aches?
didn't have the aches and pains that typically come along with menopause or being my age. I just didn't have them. Um, so I can't compare.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't sleep well. I haven't slept well in forever, but that also doesn't affect me. Like
Okay.
there have been times that I didn't sleep for 2, 3 weeks. I probably got an hour or two
Mm-hmm.
here and there, but I could get up at 6 o'clock the next morning because I had daycare.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to get up and everything. And they started coming in at 7, and so I had to get up at 6. And I was up perfectly fine. I
Mm-hmm.
was functioning fine. I spoke fine. You know what I mean? It didn't affect me. I wasn't tired. I wasn't run down. I didn't feel fatigued.
Right.
I didn't feel dragging. I function fine. It doesn't matter what's
Did
going
you find
on.
that you functioned better with less sleep than more sleep?
I do.
Me too.
I do.
As crazy as that is.
Yeah.
You know.
Same thing with like eating.
Mm-hmm.
Like so I didn't realize that I had been intermittent fasting for the entire time I was doing daycare
Mm-hmm.
because I had to feed them breakfast, morning snack, lunch, afternoon snack, and then I, feed Steve and Kylie here and there, and then they all went home and I had to cook my family supper.
Mm-hmm.
And I typically stop eating like 6, 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
I wasn't eating anything until they were napping at like 1:30, 2 in
Mm-hmm.
the afternoon. So when the menopause weight started coming on, the very first thing all of my doctors said, because it didn't matter what doctor I was going to, I asked them all because I figured somebody's got to know something. Yeah. They're like, "Oh, have you tried intermittent fasting?" And at that time I said no because I didn't really know what it was.
Right.
And they're like, "Oh, well, you eat from here to here and then you don't eat." And I had to think about it. I'm like, I've been doing that for 19
Now, see, I was
years.
told that too. And it's like, I think they just throw something out there because
Yeah.
they don't really know what to tell you.
Yeah, because I came back with, I'm like, well, I've
Mhm.
literally been doing that
Mhm.
now for 19 years.
Yeah.
And it's not helping. The weight's still coming on,
Yeah.
So
Well, that's like I said before. I mean, I didn't change anything. And as soon as everything got removed by the end of the year, I mean, the weight was there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the other thing. This lady, when she wanted to offer me antidepressants, that she thought maybe I was depressed because I gained all this weight.
Yeah.
I wasn't depressed. I was just pissed.
Yeah.
And it made me even more pissed off because she sat there and saying, you can't gain weight. I'm like, oh, yeah, you can, because I didn't do anything different.
That blows my mind that she, as a female doctor, as a female, is telling you don't gain weight during menopause. Because I gained 34 pounds in like 16, 17 months.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy. And the other thing I found too is it's a lot harder now to lose it versus when you were in your 20s or
even 40s.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't eat for a day and you lost a couple pounds.
Exactly.
You don't eat now and you gain it.
Exactly. Literally. So we were both you were in the Rome Fit Body boot camp,
yes.
Right? So I went to the one in Whitesboro.
Yeah.
Specifically, I'm like, okay, I was going to Planet Fitness.
Mm-hmm.
Steve and I was going to Planet Fitness, and then when Retro Fitness, Steve and I and Kylie were going there too.
Mm-hmm.
And we were doing the guts and butts classes. We were doing PIO. We were doing yoga at Retro.
Yeah.
And then Kylie started softball, so we had to stop. But I'm like, I got to do something. I got to get rid of this. And that's when the first like 5 pounds crept up. And I'm like, okay. And I think you're the one who said, hey, you need to join Fit Body. But I didn't go to the Rome one. I went
because I meaning it that way because you were heavy. I just because I started
right,
and it was good in the beginning. But I don't and like things like I said before, things that I've read is if you do certain things so much or wrong, it puts weight on you. You don't lose weight when you are in menopause and over a certain age.
So I've had 2 doctors tell me because I go to all my appointments and I'll ask every nurse, every doctor each appointment because they've got to have an opinion because they're all in the medical field somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. So and they basically said the same thing. It's the HIIT like the Fit Body, or it's just whatever you're doing on your own with the videos at home, or it's just repetition.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I didn't realize with the boot camp, I wasn't engaging my muscles the right because I didn't know how to engage them, and they're just people. I mean, I asked and they try to explain, but
Yeah.
that everybody's different and they're trying to be, I mean, they're very nice. They're very helpful.
Oh, very.
They gave me a lot of good information.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't working for me. And I had tried one of their 6-week challenges, and we cut out everything.
Yeah.
It was started January 1st, and it was no sugar, no carbs, no starch, no dairy.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the third or fourth week, you start putting one of them back in, and then the fifth week you put one of them back in, and gradually. And everybody, like, I was getting so angry. They were losing inches. They were losing like 8-10 pounds.
I did it too.
I gained 2 pounds.
And I even cut out, because I only drink diet soda.
Mm-hmm.
So I cut out soda for the whole time.
Yeah.
Started from, cut that out. And I would get usually a cappuccino from Dunkin' or Dippin' Donuts. I cut all that out and was eating what was on my thing. And I'm like, I am not losing anything.
Yeah.
And that does get depressed, but not to the point where I needed antidepressants.
Yeah. Well, Steve actually, around the same time I was doing that challenge, he decided he was going to give up sugar. So that was it, because we do Dunkin' every Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just one coffee a week, but I usually just get the medium, and I don't put any sugar or cream in it. And if it's got 3 pumps regular, I'll get 1 pump of whatever the sweetened flavor I want, and 1 or 2 pumps of the unsweetened shots. Okay. Because there's no sugar in the shots. Mm-hmm. And that's how I would drink the coffee. But he happened to go off sugar, fast foods and stuff for almost 5 weeks. Mm-hmm. So it was in that same time. So that was helpful to me that he wasn't sitting there drinking the Dunkin' and eating the fast food, the pizza, whatever. Right. So that was helpful. The only thing that I went off of that, and that's a strict menu for that, but I stuck to it because I wanted to lose that weight. I needed to lose that weight. So was I. Kylie's 21st birthday was at the 5th week, I think, in that. And so I, had to have a shot with her on her 21st. And I had to I only took one little bite of her little birthday cake, but it's her 21st birthday. That's the only time I detoured. That word from that strict schedule for that entire 6 weeks, and I gained 2 pounds.
It's almost like, did you go to exercise every single day?
I did. Actually, I was doing doubles, and
I didn't do that.
And a few times I did triples. So depending on if my daycare kids, random days, left early. Mm-hmm. So I would usually go. I started when I was going to the 5:30 class. Yep. And if the kids left at 4, then I'd go, oh, I can do a double session. That's an hour, 2 30-minute sessions. Yep. So I got there at 4:30, and then I waited around until 5:30, whatever the next class was. And occasionally, if I had either a light group of kids that day and they left and they were my early leavers, I did 3. Until we weren't
crazy, girl.
Until we weren't allowed to do that anymore. So, but I figured, okay, I'm gonna do it. But then I realized I'm not engaging. I'm doing the movements,
but you're not
fast,
tight.
But I'm not constricting where I'm supposed to, because I'm concentrating on getting this timer, these movements in before the timer goes off to get to the next station. I didn't even think. Because I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I don't know how to properly exercise. I didn't even think that I wasn't maybe doing them properly. Correctly, form, contracting, until one of them said, because they keep saying, engage your core. And I'm like, sucking in my stomach, as hard as I could. And I was talking to one of the coaches after, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I says, I'm doing all the movements right. She's like, are you engaging your core? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, show me. And I showed her. She's like, no, you're just sucking your stomach in. I'm like, isn't that because it feels like it's constricting. And she's like, no. And then she explained it to me. It's like a zipper. It starts in the bottom of, well, you went there. Mm-hmm. It starts at the bottom of under the belly button. And you just like that. You just close up. You just constrict it up the belly. Tighten it like it's a zipper. Mm-hmm. And once she explained it to me like that, I'm like, Oh, okay. So, and it's if you try it, you'll feel the difference,
Hmm.
other than sucking your stomach in and then doing the zipper. And
I didn't do, I always just like was like like you tighten it like
that's what I was doing. Like the
I wasn't
arms or
like
the
sucking anything in. I was just tight, like so,
see any.
like what they used to do. My dad would always say, "Okay, I got my stomach tight and punch it."
Oh
You
yes,
know?
yes. So that is what I was doing with like whenever we were doing something with arms or legs or the glutes
Yes.
and that's what
I would
I
tighten.
would tighten everything. I didn't realize that tight is not engaging the muscles. So
Mm.
I was there for about 2.5 years, and I ended up hurting my hip,
Mm-hmm.
the lateral raise. What are they called? The T lunges.
Yeah.
Just because I wasn't properly set up, and so I still had pain, so I had to quit. I mean, it was okay. I met some nice
Oh
people, very
yeah.
helpful people. The coaches were helpful. I made some friends there. We still get together once every so often for supper, but I had to disenroll or close my membership with it because now I hurt my thigh,
Right.
my leg, and after being there for 2.5 years, I gained all of that weight. And and a couple of the coaches, said, well, that's muscle,
Some of that's
and so did the
muscle.
doctors. And
Yep.
I get that. I understand. Yes, I mean, I've got a
But we want to
bicep
see the
now.
scale going down.
Right. But it's not 25 pounds of muscle.
No.
There's not 25 pounds of muscle on me.
No, I know how that felt.
So yeah, so I had to quit. And I did look forward to going,
Yeah.
But now I do stuff home, and I'm back at Planet Fitness. Actually, I had Steve show me how to use the one in New Hartford. Got all new everything inside.
Really?
All new, like everything's all new. They got like Smith machines that don't look like Smith machines anymore. So, but yeah, so he was there. Was it Friday afternoon? I think it was last Friday afternoon. And I had a doctor's appointment, and I got out a little earlier. And I'm like, "Are you still there?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna come there. I'm gonna go home and change, and then I'm gonna come there. And I need you to, because my nutritionist told me I have to lift heavier."
Yeah.
Just because menopause and my age,
Yep.
we have to lift heavier. And I don't have a lot of strength all of my strength is in the bottom half of my body.
Mm-hmm.
Like my legs are,
Legs. I mean,
I
mine.
can push weight, kettlebell swings. I can swing 50, 55,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I can do those, but I can't do these,
Right.
and I can't do these. So I don't know the technical names. I'm sorry, but it's where you hold the weights here
And bring them out.
and bring them out, or hold the weights in front of you. And I can't do very many of those. I just don't have the, I guess, shoulder strength. I don't know.
Shoulder strength. Yeah.
So he was actually showing me how to do all the machines, and because I usually go by myself, I didn't know how to use the machines. Some of them that I've seen, and I like the leg ones that are easier to use. I didn't know that I was using them wrong.
I wish you would have told me you had it. I just canceled mine.
Your
For
Planet
Planet
Fitness?
Fitness, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I had gotten the membership, and Lori and I were supposed to go, and never ended up going because of her schedule.
yep.
And I'm like, well, I'm not going to continue paying for this. I got nobody else to go with, and I'm not going by
Oh.
myself because I get embarrassed.
Oh, see that I found that work out better when I'm with somebody.
Yeah.
So another friend of mine, after I left the Fit Body, she started coming. We'd meet like 2 or 3 times a week, but her schedule, um, she worked later than I do, so it started conflicting, and we weren't able to meet up as often. And then I didn't want to like have her wait for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So she went, and actually I think she went to the mill.
Oh,
I think
okay.
that's where she's at now. I don't know if it's just closer. She was meeting me at New Hartford.
Right.
But since I don't have somebody to go with, I'll go. I'm miserable while I'm there doing it. I don't. It's like I'm looking around, trying not to be like creepy, but I'm
Yeah.
trying to watch how people are using the machines.
Yes.
I
I wish there was somebody there that actually was specifically showing people
they
how
do
everything.
have a trainer.
But do you have to get like in with the trainer to do? I just want somebody to just show me specifically this machine. I don't need a trainer. I just want somebody to show me, like this is used this way, this is used this
Yeah.
way. and then you can go on your way because I don't want somebody sitting there watching
Right.
me.
Well, see, I don't care if they watch me. I just need somebody to work out with. So last Friday, Steve was there. I said, stay there. I'm going to go home and change. I'm going to come right there. I just help me with the machines, so I can start doing like stronger weights. And so I now know how to use the specific machines that I want to use. But now that we've started the podcast, I'm barely at the gym. I think I've been there twice in the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Have you gone to the one in Rome?
I don't like the one in Rome.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like their locker room, and I don't like their showers are nasty. I used to take showers there after, bring my little shower shoes. I even bought the little plastic, what's it called? It's got the slots in it to stand on.
Yeah.
Because that's an icky floor.
Yeah.
Right. I got a can of Lysol, so I would wipe that off with a paper towel after my shower, and then I would dry it, and then I would spray it with the Lysol and wrap it up.
I think at that point I would just wait till I got home and take a shower.
Well, and that's what I was doing, only because I was there until like 6 o'clock at night when I was doing that, and then the showers just got disgusting because girls are disgusting, and I was all set and ready to go in. I opened it. I'm like, oh. Blech. Nope. So I turned around, got dressed, and I haven't
been back.
Not in the shower area.
I haven't looked back
nope.
since.
But the locker room, I like the locker rooms better at the one at New Hartford. I don't know why. It's just my preference, but
I noticed though with the menopause, not really any body aches or anything. It's just I notice like if I'm sleeping or try to go to sleep that maybe the hips, I gotta like constantly turn.
Okay.
Like just flip them over.
See, I don't.
But that, and again, things that I've read, it's not anything to do with arthritis or anything like that.
It's just menopause.
It's all with the menopause. And I have to find that thing of what it was because it explained about the pain and it had to do with magnesium.
Okay.
Making sure you had magnesium and stuff.
Yeah.
And when I was that was one of the things that did help me when I was doing the Provitalize.
Yeah.
I didn't have that pain.
Oh. Okay.
So that was one of the things. And that OBGYN, she's like, I never heard of Provitalize. I'll have to look it up.
How did she not hear Provitalize?
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. You need a new OB.
I know. Well, I don't know
she
if
in
I
Rome?
do. No, she's in Utica. No, she's over by Utica College.
I don't know.
Yeah. But, the things that happens with a woman's body is so unpredictable.
It really is. It's just, and it's not fair.
No, it isn't fair, but I also feel bad for my family whenever I snap.
Right.
I don't mean to do it.
We really don't mean it. We just can't control it.
No.
So what's it called? Aches and pains?
If you guys have any ideas or suggestions or what you're going through, please share with us.
Yeah. Or if you have found something that will help to lose the meno belly.
Yes.
Please share that with us. We're getting
Definitely.
desperate at this point. I can't. There we go. I couldn't spell menopause.
That's the thing that sucks too is you instantly get the tire.
And that's exactly.
I can't believe it's like, come on.
That's exactly where mine is.
Yeah.
It's all in that belly button area. So it says joint pain is a common symptom experienced by many women during menopause. It affects the knees, hips, shoulders, and wrists due to hormonal changes. So,
but like I said, when I did the Provitalize, I didn't feel the pain anymore.
Interesting.
Yeah. But then again, I stopped that. I don't take anything anymore now. So I got to find something. I've got to find something fast.
Try the magnesium lotion, the oil, and just rub it on your hip before you go to bed.
Yeah.
Yep. It'll also, if you put it on the bottoms of your feet, it'll help you sleep.
That's what I need is to get to sleep.
So I should have brought it. And set it on the table. I didn't even think about it. So on Amazon, because everybody buys everything on Amazon, It's a bottle. It's about this big. It's a clear bottle. It's a spray bottle, and it's 100% magnesium. That's what it. That's the ingredient. Nothing else in it is magnesium. And someone told me spray it on the bottoms of my feet like a half hour or so before I go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
But make sure that you also take a vitamin D3 either right before or right after you rub that magnesium on your feet, because they work well with
work
each other.
together.
Yeah, they work together.
Yeah.
The nights that I took it, I was seriously sleeping, like my watch tells me, 7 to 8 hours.
Really?
The nights I forgot, I am laying in bed at like 10:30. I'm looking over at the clock. It's 2:45, and I'm wide awake. And then I fall asleep, and then I wake up, and it's 10 after 4. And then it's 5:15, and then I got to get up, So, yeah, the nights that I forget to take it, I don't fall asleep easy. And I mean, I tried everything. I tried the blinking your eyes real fast. This is so for those of you watching that have not experienced menopause, you're gonna Google everything, and you're gonna try everything because you need relief in all of these areas. You just need relief. So, yeah, I mean, it was getting to where I was sleeping maybe 2 hours a night, if that, for like months at a time at one point. And so somebody recommended just laying in bed, get in your going to sleep position, and just blink your eyes as fast as you can for what you think is a minute. And that, I don't know if it was psychosomatic. That was actually working for me for a little while.
Schizo.
Something. But I don't know. It was working. It worked for just a couple of months, and then it stopped.
What do you mean?
It stopped working. You're not supposed to do it now. I don't need you sleeping on the table. No, seriously, try it when you get home.
No.
Try it. And then let us know,
I'm going to be laying there tonight. I'm just going to start
Earl's
going.
not going to know.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to start laughing. He's going to say, what the hell are you doing?
I'm blinking my eyes. Sleep.
Tina says it works. I have to go to sleep.
But
there's been times where I could not sleep, and I woke up. I watched the sun come up.
Same.
And you had to go to work the next day.
I worked with babies. I worked with infants and toddlers, and I would have those same nights. I lay in bed, and I'm not a tossy turning. I can stay in one position.
Normally I can, but if there's times where I can't get to sleep, and I'll toss and I'll turn, I'll do the pillows, and
we got the gel cooled pillows. Those actually work for about a year, and then the cooling whatever inside goes bye. Doesn't work anymore. I bought the cooling mattress pad with the gel pocket thingies on it. That didn't work at all. I bought the cooling sheets. Didn't work. So I had to get the under the bed fan, so that works for hotness and everything.
Yeah.
Because flipping my pillow over, my body heat went straight from where my head was laying all the way through. So I would flip the pillow over, and it would be warm on that other side. So
wish there was some answers. Any of you guys have answers?
Oh, please let us know. Share them, because you're not the only one out there having them. Something you can share that may have helped you could help hundreds, thousands of other.
This isn't really. Not a lot of people talk about this,
I didn't really know anything much about it other than, it was called the change of life. It was the change of life.
But I didn't expect it to be so dramatic. And if I would have known what I know now, I would have never went for the complete hysterectomy. To change that quickly, everything changed that quickly.
But see, I have the one.
Yeah.
And I'm in my 10th year of menopause. So would you rather have it be hysterectomy, menopause, and then however long you're done, or partial hysterectomy 10 plus years? And
well, I'm still going through it. Like I said before in the last one, it's like it put me into an instant menopause. I was getting the hot flashes and everything. But then it just seemed to sort of fade out a little bit. And I'm like, this is
right.
Great.
You said it came back.
The hot flashes have subsided. We're doing good. And then it's like, boom, you're in menopause again.
See, my symptoms until this past year have come once and gone. So it started with the night sweats,
Mm-hmm.
and then that had its course. That was done, and then hot flashes. And occasionally those went away for a little while, but those have come back in the last few years. And then the brain fog kicked in.
Brain fog isn't too bad with me. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff to remember for everybody in the family, so
It's the same. I
it's
mean, but
not
that's
too
part
bad.
of not part of a woman's job, but that falls
Yeah.
on the mom, the wife
But
of the household.
I think if the doctors had told me, maybe explained a little bit more to me, maybe
Prepared
if you
us.
kept a little bit and not remove everything. However, it was decided to do all that because I had my tubes removed after my son was born. And that seemed to be a mistake, because whenever it was time of the month, I would have the right side that hurt so bad.
Oh.
I was literally crying.
Oh.
Ever since they removed them.
Really?
Yeah. And come to find out,
Oh, was it the endometriosis on the...
it was part of that, but they were saying I was like having contractions.
Oh.
It was just literally, I mean, my kids even seen me down in a ball crying because it hurt so bad. It felt like it was a contraction, just kept going like this.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, I can't deal with this anymore. So I'm like, yep, okay, let's go. Let's move it all. But it was only the right side. It wasn't the left side. And it was bad. So that's why we decided to do everything. But if I would have known that, maybe even keeping a left one, because that one didn't hurt. It was the right.
Right.
But yeah. So if you guys have any ideas or suggestions or recommendations or secrets or
anything, we're open to everything and anything you wanna let us know about.
Even with exercising, what do you find that helps with that? That helped you with exercising,
right?
What did you do? How'd you work out?
Right.
So
menopause belly, belly, that spare tire, like you said. Some women call it hanging apron belly.
Yeah.
Apron belly. I don't have that yet, but it's definitely only thick there, like that span across the belly button area. So yeah, we're desperate. We're open to anything, so throw it at us. Fill up the comments, share.
Yes, please. Bring it in.
Yeah.
Right? Anything you'd like to say? Been awful quiet. Thank you, though.
Appreciate it. All right. Are we calling it quits?
I think so.
Oh, that's like almost an hour.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
We miss you, Sherry.
We do miss you, Sherry.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share so you do not miss any future notifications from us.